head of international student recruitment here, which means I'm responsible for all prospective students coming from all over the world. This also includes a lot of traveling. Today I'm very happy that I can stay here in Frankfurt and talk to you via this webinar. I'm going to introduce our master programs at Frankfurt School. I will also include details about the application procedure, the requirements, and scholarships. So I'm just starting with an overview why Frankfurt School. So we are located in Frankfurt, which is the city of finance. And we have a lot of cooperations with financial institutions, with companies, with banks. So our network is very large and all the students can make use of that. So we will not only include that content-wise, but we also offer a lot of career opportunities, which I'm going to mention at the end of the presentation once again. Frankfurt School is accredited by ACSB and ICFIS, the most important international accreditations. We have achieved both of them 2 years ago, and we are top ranked. For example, with our Master of Finance program, we are ranked in the famous Financial Times ranking, and currently we are on number 21 there. What I mentioned already before, we have a career service center here at Frankfurt School, which is there to support German and also international students in finding internships, part-time jobs, jobs after the graduation. We will prepare students for the German and also international labor market. Frankfurt School itself is very international. In our master programs, we have almost 50% of international students. They are coming mainly from China, India, and on number 3 we have currently US students. And also our faculty is very international. So we have a lot of professors coming outside of Germany. And yeah, all in all, our reputation is very high, not only in Frankfurt, not only in Germany, but also within Europe and worldwide. And yeah, we are the city of finance. We have more than 300 banks here in Frankfurt, and we are currently building a new campus. And students that will start in 2017 in Frankfurt, they will directly start at our new campus, which is also located in the city center, like our current campus, but it will be more the US-style campus with all facilities on campus. Great, so the next slide is just giving some facts and figures about Frankfurt School. So we have been founded in 1957, originally as a bank academy, and we have been providing programs for banks because at this time there was a high need to that. And since 2007, we are Frankfurt School of Finance and Management. And this means we are a research university and we even offer PhD programs. At the moment, we have about 1,500 students in our academic programs. Approximately half of them are studying in our undergraduate programs and all the others in the Master MBA and Executive MBA programs. We are one of the biggest business faculties within Germany because we have more than 50 professors. I think we are currently on number 2 in terms of numbers, so the ratio between students and professors is quite high. And yeah, I think the other numbers are not that relevant in the context of today, so I'm continuing with the next slide. Some interesting details about Frankfurt as a city. I don't know whether you have already been there before, but Frankfurt is located in the center of Germany, which means it's very easy to travel from here. So let's say within 3.5 hours by train you are in Paris, Brussels or Amsterdam. And in Germany, Frankfurt is the most international city. So you will hear a lot of different languages on the street, and everybody speaks English, and you will survive without speaking any word of German. Of course, we will encourage all our students to pick up the language of the country where they live, but you could survive in your daily business without any word of German. So it's very, very international here. We are currently on number 7 for quality of life worldwide. At the moment, we have around 700,000 inhabitants in Frankfurt, and approximately 30% of them are international. I was already mentioning the 300 banks that we have here, but we are also home to the European Central Bank. Actually, their new building, the big tower, is opposite of our current campus, so I can see that from my office actually. And yeah, we also have a lot of apple wine here, a lot of famous German food like Frankfurter Bratwurst, and we are home to Goethe, the famous writer, and we have one of the biggest airports within Europe, so it's quite easy to come to Frankfurt. Great, but let's talk about our programs. So I said already that we have a lot of master and MBA programs. Of course, we also have bachelor programs, but I don't want to focus on this today. So we have full-time programs, part-time programs, English taught programs, and German taught programs. And I would like to talk about the pre-experience master and the post-experience master program. We do have the flagship program, the Master of Finance. We have a Master in Management, and we have a Master of International Business. The first two are Masters in Science, and the Master of International Business is a Master of Arts, but this is just the diploma that you get at the end. And then we have the Online Master of Leadership and Development Finance. This is our brand new program, and we will offer this for the very first time. And I will provide you some further details about this program after the pre-experience master programs. So here you can see the overview. So basically they are all running for 4 semesters, which means 2 years. They will all start in September. And we have something very special here at Frankfurt School. So we have full-time programs, but students can study in a 3-day model. That means they go to university for 3 days per week, including the Saturday, and then they have 3 days off during the week, where they can take the opportunity to take some additional language classes or to follow a part-time job to earn some money to pay the tuition fee, for example. So this is a very unique opportunity that we offer here at Frankfurt School. So the Master of Finance and the Master of International Business is definitely running for 4 semesters, and you will receive 120 European credits for this. And in the Master of Management, we have some exceptions. So you could skip the first semester, which we call here the pre-semester, and only study for 3 semesters in case your bachelor program brings already 210 credit points. So the location for those programs is Frankfurt, and there might be some excursions or study abroad options worldwide, but I will come to that later. And more or less in the middle of this slide, you will see the details regarding our requirements. So we have the bachelor's degree, so we are asking for the first university degree. Of course, you need to have very good English skills. You can provide the TOEFL or IELTS or any other English test. And you need to have the GMAT or the GRE. I know that this is not very popular in some African countries. Therefore, we also offer the possibility to do our own test, the so-called Frankfurt School admissions test. So this could take place in your own country. So we have to organize that, but this is a very good opportunity. With that test, you will only get admission to Frankfurt School programs, but there are no costs involved, and content-wise it's comparable to the GMAT. And when you have submitted all those documents and details, then we will make a choice whether we are going to invite you to our admissions interview, and the admissions interview will be the very last step of the application procedure, and this will then make the final decision about your admissions situation. The deadlines, so you can apply until the 30th of June. There is an early bird deadline which has already ended for this year because it's on 31st of March, and the programs themselves, they will start this year on the 5th of September. At the end of this slide, you will see the study fee. So the Master of Finance program, our flagship program, is the most expensive program, and they are all around 30,000 euros. And the early bird discount, so when you apply by 31st of March, is 3,000 euros. So the next 3 slides will show some details about the programs. I will just go quickly through that. Who is interested in one of those programs should have a look at our website, and there you will find all the details. So you will find a course description of every single course, of every elective, etc. So as I said before, this program is consisting of 4 different semesters. The first semester is usually about the basics, and in the second semester you have to make a choice between different concentrations. And in line 3 you can see the different concentrations here, like capital markets, corporate finance, risk management, financial accounting, and advisory. And in the last semester you have to write your final thesis, plus you have the option, so it's not mandatory but it's optional, to spend 1 semester abroad. And for this, students can make use of our network. Currently we have more than 120 partner universities worldwide, so you can just go there and study there for 2 courses plus the master's thesis, and this will be your last semester. You can see this little thingy saying fast track option available. This means when you do not study in a 3-day model but 5-day model, you can skip some months of studying here and you will be done earlier. Good, so the next program, our Master in Management. Just to say, this program is more about the processes and less about products. Again, here you have to choose a concentration. It's banking, digital business, manufacturing, or strategy and organization. And yeah, at the end you can see some professional fields actually where our graduates will have jobs after graduating. Good, so the last master program that I'm talking about today is the Master of International Business. Again, 4 semesters, again basics in the first semester, and again the option of studying abroad plus electives and the master thesis in semester 4. Here the concentration options are a little bit different because you have to choose a region, which could be either Africa, Asia, or Latin America. And this means you will go abroad for a 2 weeks excursion to one of those countries. Africa, it's Nairobi, Kenya at the moment. Asia, it's China, and Latin America, it's Brazil. But this may change next year, but this is our choice for the time being. And so you will do everything about business models in one of those regions. And yeah, again, fast track option available, and 3-day model, etc. And again, at the end you will find different professional fields where our students will end up after graduating. Great. Here in a nutshell you will see the admissions process, again the deadlines, and I did not mention yet that the entire application will take place online. So let's say you are interested in the Master of Finance program, so you go to our website, which is fsd.de/MOF for Master of Finance, and then you will find a button, Apply Now, and when you click on the button you will end up in our online application system, and the system will guide you step by step through your application. You have to upload all your documents. So we don't receive any emails with the documents, or we don't receive anything in a printed version. It's everything online. And yeah, I think this is all in a nutshell with all the dates, etc. And now we can continue with our brand new program, the Online Master of Leadership and Development Finance. So for the very, very first time, Frankfurt School offers a master program entirely online. This means students stay where they are. They can even stay in their current job because this program is part-time, and they do everything online. And now I'm going to explain you some of the details. So this program of Leadership and Development Finance is based off more than 20 years of expertise that we could gather in the field of development finance here in our international advisory services. So this is a department where I'm based too. So we could already realize more than 500 projects in more than 120 countries. And this new online master program we have designed for emerging leaders that are really, really much interested in finance and development finance and in the economic development. And the last bullet point shows a little bit the professional working fields. So it could be financial institutions, MFIs, NGOs, World Bank, the UN, etc. Nevertheless, that the program is offered entirely online, students will receive an international master's degree from a top-ranked German business school. And the online platform that is behind our program is also made for countries with a bad internet connection. This means you don't have to be online all the time to study. You can just download some PDFs and work on them offline, plus where and when you want, because this program is very flexible and it's part-time, so it permits working full-time next to your studies. And of course, we will also work together here with our famous faculty. They will be the professors, and they have designed the curriculum. And we have some e-learning courses which we also include into this program. So we have more than 10 years experience with such online programs. Students that are doing this program and that want to be once in Frankfurt to see the city and the university where they are studying, they have the opportunity to come to Frankfurt in the winter to do our Leadership Winter Academy here for 1 week in December. Students that cannot come, they can do this module just online like all the other modules. We will also include a lot of networking opportunities through different online forums, chats, webinars, etc. So on a regular basis, we also offer some webinars about the admissions procedure, and we will give some tips just for this online master program. The next one will be held somewhere in July. So you are all more than welcome to sign up for this and to join this as well. So this program is part-time. The duration is 18 months. You will get 60 ECTS. It's of course also entirely taught in English, and it's online. Here you will see an overview about the content. So it's divided into 3 different semesters, and the blue courses are given, and the light red courses, there you have a choice. So you can choose from a portfolio. For example, in the first semester you will start with development finance and growth, and then you can choose whether you want to do microfinance or Islamic microfinance. And then the third course is strategic accounting. So you have in all 3 semesters different choices of courses. And at the end, you will have a project work which will replace the master thesis. So we will give you some topics and you have to work on a project as a final step of your master studies. The requirements are comparable to the requirements of the other programs. So you also need to have a bachelor's degree. You need to have excellent written and spoken English skills. But here we don't ask for any English test. And at least you need to have 2 years of relevant work experience. When you have submitted all those documents, of course including your CV and your motivation letter, you will be invited to an admissions test. This test will take place online, so we will send you a link, and within 1 week you can do this test. It will last about 45 to 60 minutes, and based on the results we will invite you to an admissions interview which takes place via Skype or even via phone call. And again, here the admissions interview is the very last step of the decision for your application situation. The total tuition fee of this program for the 3 semesters is 14,700 euros. The application deadline is 31st of July, and the program itself will start on September 1st. Of course, we have a lot of scholarship opportunities for this program as well as for the other programs, and I will come to that at a later stage. As I promised you in the beginning, I wanted to come back to our career service department and just show you some logos of our cooperation partners. And we enable our students to get in contact with business representatives and also with our alumni, of course. And we will hold a lot of different events where our students can take part. So we have company events, we have career fairs on our campus, we have professional networks, and we have a job portal. And for example, our students that are not in Frankfurt because they are doing the online master, they can also get access to our job portal, and they can also make use of our individual advisory. So they get in touch with our people working in the Career Service Center, and they will get the same support and advice like the other students. Great. So coming back to the scholarship opportunities, we have different type of scholarships for our master students. It's usually a mixture of merit-based, and we will have a look into the financial situation of the students. So let's say a prospective student with very high grades but with a very bad financial situation has very good chances to get a scholarship. Of course, there are also study loans from banks, etc. You can also check the DAAD website. There are also a lot of scholarship opportunities, or just get in touch with us and our advisors, and they will definitely give you individual advice for your financial situation, what you could do in terms of payment and scholarships. So I'm at the end of my presentation. Many thanks for your attention. Below you will see our general email address, prospectivestudents@fs.de, and here you can just send every type of email, no matter which program you are interested in, and we'll take care of that. So I'm very pleased to have talked to you today, and if you have any questions, please just come up with them.